Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot and Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about eBay and the recent ban on tarot readings, spells, stuff like that. This week's topic comes from RivaWitch. I don't have the topic in front of me. I just left my cell phone downstairs, so I'm going to try to take this from memory. And basically they just wanted us to give our opinion on the recent ban that eBay has placed on, not being able to sell tarot readings, spells, healing prayers, stuff like that. So, and they think that Etsy might be following suit. As for Etsy, I don't really know. I used to deal on Etsy for my business, and then after I saw how much it would cost to keep, all the listings up, I decided to go through eBay, which ended up being more profitable for me than for, if I stayed with Etsy. So, the way that eBay actually looks at this is, how do they know that everything that these people are buying is coming from an accredited source? I can tell you that this little powder here, I can sell you this incense powder. I think there's some frankincense, myrrh, stuff like that in there. I think there's also copal resin. It was part of my Kiffy recipe that I had left over, so yeah. Smells wonderful. I can say that it cures cancer. Sell it on eBay. Tell them money back guarantee if it does not cure cancer. Well, by eBay policy, if there's a return to be made, you have to send me back the incense that you bought and burned. You have to send it back to me saying that it did not work. How can you send back incense that has already been burned? And if I say that it cures cancer and it does not, then I falsely listed it. And in that case, you do not have to send it back to me. You just say, hey, it didn't work. It was incorrectly listed. I got a case against you on it. They win the case because it didn't cure whoever of cancer. So therefore, now eBay has lost money in all this stuff, or they've gotten a bad reputation from somebody that, went and bought cancer curing incense. So what it really boils down to is, how do you know that the people that you're getting things from on eBay is a reliable source? eBay has the buyer protection policies and the seller protection policies and all these other policies in place to make sure that everybody has a great time buying and selling on eBay. So, whenever it comes to people selling stuff like this and saying that cures cancer, and it really doesn't, it makes eBay look bad, it makes the seller look bad, and it makes the buyer feel terrible, because for one, either they lost their money and aren't getting it back. Two, they're getting their money back, but they just had a headache trying to get that money back. And three, why would they want to buy anything else from eBay since they already got a headache from it before? At very least, they got a headache and time spent, online doing stuff that, could have been, used doing other things, or going out and finding a cure for cancer, or whatever have you. So, it's stuff like that. The dishonest people on there, the tarot readers on there that say, oh, I've been doing tarot readings for 35 plus years, and, all my tarot readings are 100% accurate every single time. No flaws, nothing like that has ever happened. And what you end up getting whenever they respond by email saying, yes, here's what your tarot reading says, you get the same thing that Joe Schmo down the street got 2 days ago whenever he paid for one. So, it's, again, how do you measure that, yes, this tarot reading was legit? You can't. So for eBay, it's a way of keeping honest people honest. It's a way of keeping the buyers, or the buyers in a place where, yes, they're still happy to shop there. It's a way to keep the sellers from selling illegitimate items that don't really have a concrete way of telling this is what's, either going to happen to you, or this is a possible outcome for you. I can, every tarot reading I do, I can say, you're going to die one day. Well, no crap, But it just boils down to that it keeps honest people honest. I know there are legitimate psychics, palm readers, tarot readers, rune readers, spellcasters of all sorts out there. And I know that Circle Magazine, if you're not reading it, it's a pretty good magazine. I've read a few issues of it, but it's not one that I'm subscribing to because, it doesn't have that much there for me that I want to go out and read it again and again. Anyway, getting off topic. Circle Magazine, whenever their advertisers or people want to advertise with them as a psychic, a tarot reader, what have you, they have to give a list of references saying how long they've done it, what all they do, whether it be tarot reading, palmistry, so on and so forth, how long they've been doing it. And I think they need like 2 or 3 references before they're even considered to be part of the advertisements on Circle Magazine's pages. And they take it pretty seriously, at least from what I've read. So, that being said, Cara also wanted us to go into, should you charge if you are a tarot reader, or if you are a spellcaster that you want to go and, make potions or tinctures or anything like that. Should you charge for the time and the service that you provide and the materials that you provide too? Because if you're mixing up herbs and tinctures and stuff like that, you're definitely going to be using your resources. You're going to be paying out of pocket for whatever you have that's going into your mixtures. So, do you charge for that and just that? And tell people, hey, this, will help with back pain. You're not saying that it's going to take away all your back pain, but it's going to help with it. It'll put you at ease, it'll, relax your muscles, stuff like that. Okay. Helps back pain. Legit. Should I charge for it? Okay, I'd say maybe this is $2 worth of powder. I would probably charge somebody $3. Took me about $1 worth of time to make it. About $2 worth of powder in there. $3. So should I sell it? If it's a mixture that I got from a divine source, I would have to look, within myself, long and hard, to make sure that it's something that I think the universe is telling me that I should do. It may not be an immediate response. It might take years before I decide that, yes, this $3 powder should be sold. As for tarot readings, you're giving up a part of your time, divine inspiration, years of learning, should you accept funds for it? I think if you're accepting funds for the time given, that's time that you could be spending doing something else that you may even enjoy more than reading somebody else's tarot. So I think money for your time is a good thing. However, before I would ever consider doing tarot readings or anything of that sort for somebody else and asking for money in return, I would also have to, again, think long and hard about whether or not I'm experienced enough to accept money for the services that I'm providing. It might be easier for me to give advice, which I'm really kind of good at on a person-to-person basis, not really over the video camera as much, but on a person-to-person basis, I'm a lot better at giving advice than reading somebody's tarot and telling them, hey, this is the path that you're on and you better change it because right now you're doomed for this, or this. I'm a lot better at giving regular sound advice by talking to somebody than I am at reading their tarot. So, as of right now, I would say no. I am not experienced enough to give somebody a tarot reading and ask for money. There has been a time, a while back, that doing Ancestry, I did Ancestry all the time, couldn't get enough of it. I still like to do it every once in a while. And I charged somebody $40 for 24 hours worth of research. They gave me their parents' birth dates, their grandparents' birth dates, stuff like that. And I went along with that. And I just kept on going back with what I could prove through census records and other records that, were available to me. And I ended up having a satisfied client. Granted, the amount of money that I spent and gas money and subscription to Ancestry.com, which I would paid for anyway, kind of evened everything out. I charged $40, so, it wasn't a huge, amount that I was getting back. And for what other people were charging, my prices were pretty darn fair. And I still feel that, yes, I'm experienced enough in doing Ancestry that I can go ahead and give somebody an Ancestry breakdown, fairly easily and fairly accurately. So would I ask for money for that, for my time spent? Absolutely. Paper printed, gas money, subscription money, just general time spent. Yes, I would ask money for that because I was experienced enough to do it. So, coming all together, the reason eBay doesn't do it is because people that are of ill repute have screwed other people. If Etsy's following suit, I have not heard anything about that. Cara tomorrow would be able to tell you better than I would. Accepting money for potions or tinctures or tarot readings, think long and hard about it before you do it. Make sure that it's something that you're experienced enough in to do, and that it is something that the universe is telling you that, yes, it's okay, go ahead. Make sure that you're squared away with the universe, because if you're not, it'll come back to bite you in the butt. So I'm signing off. May you all have a great day and a better tomorrow. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.